Lita, I honestly think my smartphone is actually trying to ruin my life. I set exactly 5 different alarms this morning, and I still woke up an entire hour late.
Oh, wow, 5 alarms, Sam? That is absolutely not the phone's fault. That is your terrible sleepy finger hitting the snooze button over and over again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another incredibly sleepy episode of the English Unscripted podcast. I am Lita.
And I am Sam. And today, guys, we're talking about the crazy things we do every single day without even thinking, our best routines, our absolute worst mistakes, and why it is so incredibly hard to break a bad habit.
Exactly. We are dividing this daily journey into 3 exciting chapters today. First, we will talk about terrible morning habits. Then, in Chapter 2, we dive into the secret trick to building good, healthy habits. And finally, Chapter 3 is all about breaking the really bad ones, like biting your nails or eating sugar at midnight.
3 chapters of pure habit therapy. But wait, Lita, before I tell you how I completely destroyed my brand new running habit, we have a very important cinematic mission for our amazing listeners today.
Oh, yes, it is challenge time, guys. What is the big movie strategy for our language learners today, Sam?
Listeners, if you truly want to remember all these new English words, you absolutely cannot just play this episode one single time. You have to treat this podcast exactly like watching your absolute favorite Hollywood movie.
A great movie. I love sitting in the dark theater with popcorn, Sam. How does the movie method actually work for learning?
Well, the very first time you watch a great movie, you just follow the fun story. You listen to my terrible morning mistakes, and you just relax and enjoy the show. But the second time, you become a strict movie director. You pause the video, you study the exact lines of dialogue, and you repeat the new vocabulary words out loud until you are a massive Hollywood star.
Yes, be the star of your own English movie, guys. So, Sam, tell me about your ruined running habit. Did you actually try to wake up early and exercise?
I tried to be a completely new, highly successful person, Lita. I read a famous book that said all rich, successful people wake up at exactly 5 in the morning. So I put my bright yellow banana jacket next to my bed, and I promised myself I would run 3 miles before the bald manager even opened his eyes.
5 in the morning is still the middle of the dark night, Sam. Did you actually put the yellow jacket on, or did you just look at it and go straight back to sleep?
I put it on, Lita. I was so proud. I walked outside into the cold, dark street, but after exactly 2 minutes of slow jogging, my human legs hurt, I was freezing cold, and I immediately walked back inside to eat a heavy slice of my rock-hard black brick bread instead.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your incredibly short run right there. I think that is a beautifully normal, highly everyday vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Routine.
Yes, routine. It's an excellent, very useful noun that means the usual, normal order in which you do things every single day, like your morning routine of waking up late, drinking hot coffee, or failing to run 3 miles.
Listeners, please practice this daily essential word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Change your daily habits.
Routine.
Routine. My healthy morning routine completely failed in 2 minutes, Lita. My brain just wants the comfortable, lazy habits. And that actually makes me very curious about our sleepy listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Listeners, we have our first very honest morning question for you right now. What is the absolute worst, most terrible morning habit that you just can't stop doing? Do you hit the snooze button 10 times? Or do you look at your mobile phone in bed for an entire hour? Tell us your absolute worst morning routines in the comments down below. We desperately need to know that Sam is not the only one failing at 5 in the morning. So, Sam, why is it so incredibly easy to eat the heavy black bread, but so hard to run outside?
I really want to know, Lita. I had my bright yellow banana jacket on, my expensive new running shoes, but the heavy black bread was calling my name exactly like a warm, sweet garlic mushroom soup.
Oh, the terrible garlic soup. Well, Sam, the actual reason is incredibly simple. Your human brain loves to feel perfectly comfortable and safe. When you run in the dark, cold street, your brain says, wow, this is terrible and freezing. But when you eat warm bread on the soft sofa, your brain gives you a huge chemical reward.
A chemical reward? My lazy brain is literally giving me an award for eating my own rock-hard bread at 5 in the morning. I honestly thought I was just incredibly weak and lacked proper adult discipline to impress the bald manager.
Discipline is very important, Sam, but changing a deep habit is exactly like trying to teach a tired old dog completely new tricks. When you try to change everything all at once, your brain just panics and gives up immediately.
Wait a minute, guys. Listeners, I have a fantastic native secret right here. Did you hear how Lita just pronounced the words give up? She sounded incredibly clear and slow, like a very patient English teacher speaking to a small child.
Oh, wow. Did I fail at being a relaxed coffee shop friend, Sam? I thought that give up was a perfectly encouraging way to tell you not to quit your morning run.
It's absolutely perfect if you're writing a formal essay, Lita, but when native speakers are talking very fast, or when we're casually talking about failing our terrible running goals, we almost never say, give up. We smash the two words completely together and just say, give up, give up.
Oh, yes, give up. Don't give up your habits. I give up on running. That sounds so much faster and wonderfully relaxed, Sam. It really makes the spoken sentence feel like natural, easy, connected speech.
Exactly. Try using give up when you're talking quickly about stopping something, guys. It's a brilliant secret trick to make your casual spoken English sound perfectly fluent. So, Lita, I completely give up on waking up at 5 in the morning forever. I'm just going to sleep until 8 like a normal human being.
You are officially surrendering to the warm bed, Sam. And honestly, trying to be a perfect morning superhero on the very first day is the absolute fastest way to fail. The true secret to actually creating a brand new healthy habit is starting so incredibly small that your lazy brain doesn't even notice the change. Which brings us perfectly to chapter 2 of our comfortable journey today. Listeners, grab a huge glass of fresh water and put down your mobile phones because we are going to dive into the wonderful science of tiny changes, setting smart alarms, and why forcing yourself to drink one extra cup of water every day can completely change your adult life.
Lita, tiny changes are absolutely harder than running 3 miles in the dark. I read another internet article that said the absolute best, easiest adult habit in the world is drinking a giant glass of cold water the exact second you wake up. You have to do it before you even smell the hot, beautiful morning coffee.
Oh, wow. A big glass of cold water first thing in the morning. That is actually an incredibly healthy, refreshing habit, Sam. It completely wakes up your tired human body and your lazy brain. Did you actually try to do it?
I tried to be a perfect water-drinking hero, Lita. I put a massive, heavy glass of clean water right next to my bed. And the very next morning, I woke up, I reached out my sleepy hand from under the warm blanket, and I immediately drank the whole giant glass.
Wait, Sam. You drank the whole glass? The strict English grammar police are pouring cold water completely over your sleepy head right now. Drink is an irregular, crazy verb, my thirsty friend. We do not add ed at the end. The past tense of drink is drink. You drank the cold water. Drank.
Oh, right. Thank you, Officer Lita. I drank the entire heavy glass. My sleepy brain completely forgot the irregular verbs at 6 in the morning. But honestly, drinking the water was easy. The absolute hardest part was remembering to do it every single day for an entire week.
Exactly. Remembering to do it every day is the real magic trick, Sam. Because if you only do it once a month, it is completely useless. The tiny habit only works if you do it exactly the same way over and over until you do not even think about it anymore.
Wait, Lita. Let us pause your perfect daily magic trick right there. I think that is a wonderfully regular, highly important vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Consistent.
Yes, consistent. It's a highly powerful B1 adjective that means acting or doing something in exactly the same steady way over a long period of time, like drinking your morning water every single day without failing.
Listeners, please practice this completely steady daily word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Build your strong habits.
Consistent.
Consistent. You have to be incredibly consistent, Sam. If you keep the giant glass next to your bed every single night, your sleepy brain will eventually just drink it automatically.
Oh, I became completely consistent, Lita. I actually became obsessed. I carried a massive plastic water bottle with me everywhere in my bright yellow banana jacket. I drank so much water at the corporate office that the strict bald manager asked if I was secretly living inside a large swimming pool.
The bald manager thought you were a swimming pool fish. Oh my goodness, Sam. That actually makes me very curious about our healthy, successful listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Listeners, we have our second very healthy daily question for you right now. What is one tiny, very easy good habit that you started doing consistently, like making your bed or drinking extra water, that actually changed your adult life for the better?
Tell us your absolute best tiny daily habits in the comments down below. We desperately need easy ideas to steal. So, Sam, did the massive water bottle actually make you feel like a new, healthy person? Or did you just need to use the corporate bathroom 20 times a day? You definitely just visited the corporate bathroom 20 entire times a day, Sam. The strict bald manager probably thought you were completely avoiding your daily work. But honestly, after a few short weeks, your human body gets completely used to the extra water. The amazing thing about being incredibly consistent is that your brain eventually stops fighting you.
Exactly. I didn't even have to look at the giant plastic bottle anymore, Lita. I was wearing my bright yellow banana jacket, typing long, boring emails, and my right hand just reached for the water completely on its own. It felt exactly like a cool, healthy magic trick.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your magical, healthy hand right there. I think that's a wonderfully effortless, highly psychological vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Automatic.
Yes, automatic. It's an excellent B1 adjective that describes doing an action completely naturally without having to actively think about it or force your brain to do it, like breathing fresh air or picking up your water glass while typing an email.
Listeners, please practice this completely effortless, easy word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Train your sleepy brain.
Automatic.
Automatic. My new water habit became completely automatic, Lita. I felt like a massive health expert. But unfortunately, building a tiny good habit is only half of the terrible adult battle.
Ugh, that is so incredibly true, Sam. Building a good habit takes 3 long weeks of hard work and daily alarms, but falling back into a terrible old habit takes exactly 3 short seconds. Which brings us perfectly to the third and final chapter of our daily journey today. Listeners, hide your secret midnight chocolate and please stop biting your nervous nails because we're going to dive into the dark psychology of bad habits, heavy stress eating, and why our human brains absolutely love to do things that are terrible for us.
Lita, building a beautiful, healthy morning routine is like building a tiny sandcastle on the beach, but a bad habit is exactly like a massive, angry ocean wave that completely destroys it in 2 seconds. My brain absolutely loves to do terrible things when I am tired.
A terrible, angry ocean wave. Oh, wow, Sam. What is your absolute worst, most destructive adult habit? Do you quietly bite your fingernails when you watch scary movies? Or do you completely forget to call your mother on her birthday?
Biting my nails would be a very cheap, harmless hobby, Lita. My absolute worst, most terrible adult habit happens at exactly 2 o'clock in the dark morning, when I am completely stressed out about the strict bald manager and his heavy financial tax reports. I silently walk into the dark kitchen.
Oh no, the dangerous midnight kitchen walk, Sam. The dark refrigerator is a completely terrible place when you are emotional and tired. Please do not tell me you eat heavy, sweet chocolate cake at 2 in the morning.
I wish it was sweet chocolate cake, Lita, but my tired, stressed brain demands something much worse. I put on my bright yellow banana jacket because the kitchen is cold, and I actually heat up a massive, heavy bowl of my cursed, sweet garlic mushroom soup.
You eat the terrible, smelly garlic soup in the middle of the night? Sam, that is not a normal human habit at all. That is a completely crazy, terrible punishment for your stomach. Why do you do that when you are already stressed about the corporate office?
Because the warm, terrible soup completely makes me feel safe, Lita. It is absolutely crazy. I dip my rock-hard black brick bread into the hot garlic water, and for exactly 10 minutes, my stressed brain completely forgets about the angry, bald manager. The heavy stress is the exact reason I walk into the kitchen.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your terrible midnight garlic soup right there. I think that is an incredibly psychological, highly dangerous vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Trigger.
Yes. Trigger. It is a highly powerful B1 noun that describes a very specific feeling, a situation, or a thought that completely causes you to start doing a terrible bad habit, like the heavy stress of a bald manager triggering you to eat hot garlic soup in the dark.
Listeners, please practice this completely dangerous psychological word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Fight your midnight stress.
Trigger.
Trigger. The corporate stress is my absolute biggest, heaviest trigger, Lita. The exact second I think about the boring tax reports, I can literally taste the garlic in my mouth. And that actually makes me very curious about our stressed listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Listeners, we have our third and final very honest habit question for you right now. What is the absolute biggest trigger that makes you do your bad habit? Is it feeling completely bored, angry, or just incredibly stressed after a long day of work?
Tell us your absolute worst daily triggers down in the comments. We desperately need to know that we are not the only adults secretly eating heavy food in the dark kitchen. So, Lita, is there an actual scientific way to completely kill a terrible trigger?
You absolutely cannot just completely kill your daily stress, Sam, unless you want to officially fire the strict bald manager and live in a quiet, lonely forest. The actual scientific trick is not to kill the stress trigger, but to completely change your physical reaction to it.
Change my physical reaction? Lita, my stomach naturally reacts to heavy financial reports by loudly crying for sweet garlic soup. How can I possibly fight my own hungry stomach at 2 in the morning?
You don't fight it, Sam. You just trick your hungry, tired brain. When you feel the terrible stress, instead of walking into the dark kitchen to eat your rock-hard black brick bread, you do something completely different. You read a funny book, you do 10 fast push-ups in your bright yellow banana jacket, or you just drink a massive glass of cold water. You have to replace the bad habit with a much healthier one.
Wait, Lita, let us pause your terrible healthy water trick right there. I think that is an incredibly psychological, highly useful vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Substitute.
Yes, substitute. It's an excellent B1 verb that means to use a brand new thing or a completely new action instead of the old original one, like substituting a healthy glass of cold water instead of eating a heavy bowl of garlic soup in the middle of the night.
Listeners, please practice this completely healthy replacement word and say it with us right now. Substitute.
Substitute. If you successfully substitute your bad habits, Sam, your yellow jacket will finally smell clean in the corporate office.
It will smell absolutely wonderful, Lita. I am officially going to substitute my midnight garlic soup with 10 extremely angry push-ups. The bald manager will be so incredibly impressed with my new strong arm muscles.
I'm very sure he will just be completely confused by your late-night exercising, Sam. But creating beautiful, strong adult habits is absolutely a long, lifelong journey. And speaking of long, successful journeys,
Oh, yes, listeners, it is officially time to build the absolute best, most consistent educational habit of your entire human life.
exactly. If you want to successfully substitute your old, boring grammar textbooks with a completely fun, unscripted coffee shop conversation, you need to secure your permanent ticket right now.
Don't let your sleepy, lazy brain win the morning battle, guys. Grab your official VIP ticket for the next exciting episode by completely smashing that shiny subscribe button down below.
Your daily subscription is your golden ticket to strong, healthy English fluency, guys. Thank you so much for substituting your bad habits with us today. Drink your giant glass of morning water, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone. Don't hit the snooze button.